Do you know that the deadliest plane crash in history didn't happen in the sky, but on the ground? On March 27, 1977, at Tenerife Airport in Spain, two giant Boeing 747 aircraft collided with each other. In just a few seconds, hundreds of lives were lost. In this accident, 583 people died, which is still considered the deadliest disaster in aviation history. But the question is, how did such a massive tragedy happen? Was it due to a technical failure? Was it pilot error? Or did bad weather and miscommunication cause this accident? In today's video, we will learn the complete story of the Tenerife Airport disaster. The morning of 27 March 1977 was completely normal. Two Boeing 747 aircraft were flying with their passengers on board. The first aircraft was KLM Flight 4805, which had come from the Netherlands. The second aircraft was Pan Am Flight 1736, which was traveling from the United States. Both were headed to Gran Canaria Airport. But on the same day, a bomb explosion occurred at Gran Canaria Airport. For security reasons, the airport was temporarily closed. As a result, many flights were diverted to the nearby Tenerife Airport. KLM and Pan Am were among these diverted flights. No one had any idea that this decision would mark the beginning of the deadliest aircraft disaster in history. Tenerife Airport was not big enough to suddenly handle so many large aircraft. In no time, the airport became overcrowded. Long queues of planes formed on the runway and taxiways. The situation became even more complicated when the weather started to deteriorate. Thick fog covered the entire airport. Visibility became so low that pilots and air traffic controllers could no longer see each other. Now, all information was being exchanged only through radio communication. And this is where a dangerous chain of misunderstandings began. When Gran Canaria Airport reopened, planes began to be dispatched again. The KLM aircraft taxied to the end of the runway and prepared for takeoff. At the same time, the Pan Am aircraft was still on the runway and needed to clear it. Due to the dense fog, neither plane could see the other. KLM Captain Jacob Veldhuizen van Zanten was one of the most experienced pilots in the world at that time. However, time pressure and bad weather were making the situation tense. During the radio conversation, some words were not heard clearly. The KLM crew believed they had received takeoff clearance, whereas air traffic control had not actually given final permission yet. This misunderstanding was about to claim hundreds of lives in the coming seconds. The KLM aircraft began accelerating rapidly down the runway. Its speed kept increasing with every passing second. Meanwhile, the Pan Am aircraft was still trying to find the correct exit to leave the runway. Because of the dense fog, neither aircraft could see the other. Suddenly, the Pan Am pilots noticed a bright light appearing ahead through the fog. They immediately realized that the KLM aircraft was heading directly toward them. The Pan Am crew quickly attempted to turn their aircraft away from the runway. At the same time, the KLM pilots also spotted the Pan Am aircraft at the very last moment. They desperately tried to lift the aircraft into the air before reaching it, but it was already too late. Traveling at approximately 250 kilometers per hour, 155 miles, the KLM aircraft slammed into the Pan Am jet. A massive explosion erupted on the runway. Huge flames spread across the entire airfield. Within just a few seconds, both aircraft were completely destroyed. KLM विमान में मौजूद सभी 248 लोगों की मौत हो गई। पान एम विमान में मौजूद अधिकांश यात्रियों की भी जान चली गई। केवल 61 लोग जीवित बच पाए। कुल 533 लोगों की मृत्यु हुई। यह संख्या आज भी किसी भी विमान दुर्घटना में सबसे अधिक है। रेस्क्यू टीमों को घने कोहरे और आग की वजह से काफी कठिनाइयों का सामना करना पड़ा। कई घंटों तक बचाव कार्य चलता रहा। पूरी दुनिया इस खबर से स्तब्ध रह गई। All 248 people on board the KLM aircraft died. Most of the passengers on the Pan Am aircraft also lost their lives. Only 61 people survived. In total, 583 people were killed. This figure remains the highest death toll in any aviation accident to this day. Rescue teams faced significant difficulties due to dense fog and fire. The rescue operation continued for several hours. The entire world was stunned by this news. The investigation revealed that the main cause of the accident was not a technical failure. The real problem was miscommunication. Confusion arose in the radio messages. Dense fog was also a major contributing factor. Additionally, the captain was under significant time pressure. Following this accident, major changes were made to aviation regulations worldwide. The phraseology used between pilots and controllers was standardized. The Crew Resource Management (CRM) system was implemented. Today, the safety standards that exist in the aviation industry owe a very significant contribution to the lessons learned from this accident. The Tenerife Airport disaster was not just an airplane accident. It was a tragedy that taught the entire world how a small misunderstanding can lead to devastating consequences. A total of 583 people lost their lives. But in their memory, the aviation industry developed new safety standards to help prevent similar disasters in the future. Today, air travel is one of the safest forms of transportation in the world, and one reason for that is the lessons learned from mistakes made in the past. If you found this information interesting, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which aviation disaster you would like to see covered in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.